So this is the way that we've been developing OpenVMS before NXTware Remote jumped in, and this is the way that is being done now. So basically, we're going to concentrate first in the main power of the product. That's the editor. That's the editor capabilities. That's the editor part. I'm going to jump for each section and tell you exactly the functionality of what it does. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is the parsing ability. Each source code is being parsed by NXTware Remote, where you can see in the outline view of the Eclipse all the sections divided, and I can just jump into sections without having to search. Just one click and it goes directly to the sections. Basically, this function is dividing the source code into sections that are displayed besides the editor in the outline tab. It is easy to navigate section by just pressing it, and the section name can also be sorted alphabetically if I want to search for a specific section in the code. So now basically there is no need for a long search as we did in the old days. We can just have to click and go directly to the place that we want to in the code. Now the second capability is the syntax highlighting, where now we are jumping from black and white screen into the colorful screen of Eclipse, which we can see that all the code, all the reserved word in the code are being highlighted with different coloring, and it's emphasizing is done by different color for each font type. String is being done with different color, reserved word are done with different coloring and a different font style. So this code is now being displayed much more clearly and in understandable way, and the different words that construct it can be easily noticed. The next feature that the editor presents is the context assist. We can now, this function enables an auto-completion of reserved word, where in the old days we'll have to type the word letter by letter. Here we can just go into the editor and start typing, and it will auto-complete the code automatically. By pressing Control Space, it will give me all the options, and if there is no option, it will just complete the entire word like that. So auto-completion basically shortened the time needed for typing and the time of development process in the overall. It is to ease up the development process. We also have a user template that can be auto-defined. Right now we have basically more than 30 templates that we have already defined for our developers. I'm going to show you the basic one. The basic one is, let's say we have an evaluate statement. We can just press the evaluate, and it will give us the option for the template that we want. We can just press each template that we want, and we can now have the entire template already set. All we have to do is basically fill in the values, and it saves time, and it shortens the time of the development. So now more time is being concentrated on the logic rather on the technical typing. The next feature that I'm going to present now is the mirror files. The mirror files basically gives us a way to open two programs, the same program, in parallel in two different screens. So I can take a look at two programs at the same time, at the same program in two different screens in a different location. This is the same program. I can just go and change something here, or copy something from a different part of the program to another part in the same program. So basically, this feature help us copy code from the same program, and we don't need to type it again and again and again. That's why writing something if you can copy it. The next feature that I'm gonna present now is the source code template. I think I already gave it. I already told you about it. And what basically it does, it gives you the ability to define your own template. Just 1 second. Let me clear up the screen again. What it basically does, I already showed it to you before. You can just press the initial of the template and just enter it, and you've already have the template. All you need to do is fill in the parameter. The next feature is the editor preferences. Basically, in Eclipse, you can set which coloring that you want. From the Eclipse, you can just go to preferences, and you can basically have the look and feel of the screen which way you want to. I mean, with different coloring, the text can be defined, and the color of the text can be defined, and the color of the background, and all those sorts of things. So this is really adjustable. Also, another feature that we have here is the macro. We can define a macro. The same, if you're familiar with VMS, the VMS has a learn command where you can just record a set of operation that you want to do and have it repeated several times in the code. For instance, I will now go and record something. Let's say I want to go in the code in the first line of each. I want to go in the first position in each line and just mark it. All I have to do is record it, save it, and play it again and again and again. This is a really cool feature if you need to do the same thing several times. Another cool feature that we have in the editor is the keyboard shortcut. For each operation, you can define a keyboard shortcut. All the keyboard shortcut in Eclipse can be assigned from the preferences screen, and it can help shorten up the things. You don't have to go and do the operation with the mouse. You just have to press the short key, and it will do the rest. To see all the shortcuts that are already mapped, we can just press the Ctrl-Shift-L, and it will show you all the available shortcuts that are available in the editor. Basically, if I want to set, let's say I want to set a bookmark, I will just have to go and press. Here I can see that if I want to, let's say I want to do a compile in the code or add a bookmark, I will just have to press Control D and it will do the rest, or any single shortcut keys that we have here. Another cool feature here is the search and retrieve. What basically does, it can give you a very cool way of searching through the code and replacing a text with another text by pressing Ctrl H in the editor. You can basically type the word that you want to search for, and you can search for the entire project or a specific source code that you're now selecting. So if I press it, it will give me the exact match in each line, and I can just jump into the same line from the outline view of the search. So it can help me find what I'm looking for, not just in the program itself, but the entire project. If I have several projects or several elements open in the project that I'm now working, it can be easily noticed. We can easily jump from one element to another element by just pressing the result of the search. Bookmarks are a way where I can mark a specific place in the code and come back to it whenever I want to. I can do it by just going here and say add bookmarks, or I can just use the shortcut. If you see, almost every single operation has a shortcut, so I can just press Ctrl R and it will do a bookmark for this line. All I have to do is give it a name, and I can see in the bookmark outline the line that I just marked. So let's say I go to a different code, I can just go and press the bookmark, and it will bring me into the specific program that I marked and in the specific line that was marked. So this can be done not also just for a line, it can be done for a single element or for several elements.